Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Scope Daily Brief, your daily dose of pop culture and reality TV. So we're jumping right back into part 3 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. And overall, I thought it was really good. Definitely the third episode was the juiciest out of all 3 parts. To get right back into it, they started where they ended off, where Monique was having a conversation with Stacey, talking about Chris, her ex. Honestly, I just hate that Chris is even a topic of conversation when he is her ex-husband. It's like we can have relevancy outside of a man. You know what I mean? And it just goes to show like Stacey truly is messy. So they couldn't air, of course, the actual conversation. It was a recording that Monique popped out. But I have a little snippet here. I'll let you see.
Okay, so what we heard on that recording was essentially that there had been confirmation from one of Monique's children.
So that was just a snippet, but basically Ashley goes on to say that it was a snippet of audio from one of Monique's children that references Stacey, and they do not know who Stacey is. They do not know about the show and all that. So basically Stacey was caught red-handed. She was lying about running back and telling Chris that Monique was talking about her on the show. And I mean, whether she had super ill intentions or not, it just got blown up to where, you know, he was threatening custody allegedly and other cease and desist when it came to her filming the kids, and it just became a big debacle. So if you pay attention, the ladies on the couch really were looking at Stacey like, girl, you're lying and you're caught. It was a little cringe for me, and it's hard because I love Stacey. Like, we know Stacey be lying, but Stacey's entertaining. But I will say, like, during this episode, I was thinking like, okay, Stacey, I'm gonna need you to clean it up a little bit. Like, it is a such thing as lying too much. Like, damn, you be saying looking up the sky is green, like just crazy lies. Like, just keep it straight up, keep it 100. You know, all of y'all are telling little white lies, but keep your business. Don't worry about what nobody else got going on, and just be your funny, entertaining self. And I promise you, it will still carry you on for more seasons to come. Next, they begin discussing the Colorado trip as it centers around Angel and her terrible hosting skills. By no means do I feel like I agree with what's happening in real life outside of what we're seeing on TV. I don't know if you guys are aware, but they are going to her Wonderland page and leaving fake reviews that she's a terrible hostess, don't book this experience, etc. And although I don't agree with that, that's her money, that's how her and her kids eat. She did do a terrible job with the trip, and I just think she wasn't prepared to host a trip, especially on her first season, being already an underdog and not really stepping to the occasion as far as with the reads, the shade, and going toe-to-toe with the girls. It just all around was not good. She did mention, like, looking back, she can take accountability that it wasn't smart to have the ladies in different locations. She kind of copped to the miscommunication on the last day as far as she got different coordinates from somebody who said they was there at the location for the fishing, and it just ended up being the wrong coordinates or whatever. But I mean, the trip was still terrible, even outside of the last day being a shit show. And I hate that for her because I think she has good intentions. Like, the event at her house was really beautiful. It was just more so the traveling and the distance between everything that made it impossible. And in real life, I mean, I've been on so many girl trips. I have a big friend group, and I can't imagine us going on a trip together and we're staying 2 hours away from each other. Like, to me, that is the biggest thing that just does not make sense. So I feel like from the beginning, you were set up for failure. You were set up for failure because with a group of girls getting ready, dressed, getting to locations at the same time, coordinates, it was never going to work. So whoever thought that that was a good idea to have her house away from where the majority of the ladies were staying, I just can't. Then the grand dame herself enters the chat. Karen again looks absolutely stunning and beautiful. They start off with her and Stacy and their little tiff because Stacy's a liar and she's not here for it. But I feel like Karen kind of came in hot. Like, I think she's trying to earn her seat back on the couch. And I feel it's rightfully due. There have been a lot of women, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there have been a few and other women on different franchises of Housewives, particularly white women who have got involved in crimes, have served their time, i.e. Teresa from Jersey, and have came back to the show and resumed their spot or whatever you want to call it. So let's not go so hard on this black woman who made a mistake. She was held accountable for that mistake. She sold her time and now she's ready to return. I feel Karen is good TV for Potomac. Honestly, I feel they need her back. With last season, it was different her not being there. And I don't know if it's ironic or not that there was a lot of bullying of Angel in particular. And I thought it was really interesting when Karen said to Angel, there were times I would look at you through the TV and say, just tell Giselle to shut the F up, because as soon as you do that, she's going to move on. And Giselle agreed. So it's just kind of like Angel truly never fought back. And I just feel like maybe she's too centered, too peaceful, too higher vibration for this specific show. It's not to take away that she's not a wonderful person, but I don't believe this is a place for her. Lastly, Karen gave her thoughts on Wendy and her situation and what she's going through. Also, they kind of talked about Wendy and Karen's issue. I didn't know what the problem was. I thought it was interesting in the last season reunion where Karen didn't thank Wendy for being supportive and Wendy was shocked. But Karen, brought up that there was a tiff with her and Stacy and basically Wendy didn't have her back. But Wendy said that's not when we fell out. It was actually when you referred to my mom as a witch. And in that scene, Karen was saying, I protected you and I rode for you as they're saying these things about your mom. But either way, it just sounds petty. It sounds like Wendy and Karen, they started the show together 10 years ago. So I'm sure there is a lot of love there. And it's ironic that you both now have gone through not civil, because Wendy's is a felony case, but you've gone through these criminal cases in the public eye. So you should be closer than anybody, honestly. And I hope Wendy does take Karen's advice. I've thought to myself, Wendy, you are talking a lot, and I don't know if that's good for you and your case and your future. But I'm pretty sure, I would hope that they've spoken to lawyers and gotten the best legal advice they can so that they're moving strategically and not just out here in front of cameras trying to keep up with the Joneses, because that may have been what got you caught up in the first place. All in all, that was the highlights of the reunion. If you care, I'm going to add in this little snippet. Jazzy and Kay don't seem like they're on their way to reconciliation anytime soon. This happened over the weekend online. Kay post, at this point, is giving obsessed. This level of desperation is beyond messy. It's despicable. I have never been confused about my role in my man's life. From day one, I knew about his children. You will never see his ex popping up in matching pajamas with his kids while I'm claiming him, because I've always known exactly where I stand. Shots thrown. I've always known exactly where I stand. I've been on this show for 3 years and have never had an quote-unquote off timeline. We are gainfully employed, emotionally grounded, and living a happy, cohesive family life. I've never lied for relevance, and I never lost my flute because I couldn't keep up. There will be water in my flowers at my wedding because I'm not part of anyone's security plan. I don't do back and forth. I get paid for my time. Next stop, invoices for defamation of character. Cheers emoji. I wonder if that last one was a shot too, saying that Jazzy didn't have water in her vases and the flowers at her wedding. I don't know what water and flowers got to do at a wedding, but go off. So here is Jazzy's response. Girl, the desperation that we were cool before you suddenly got insecure about your flute once you got it. When I came around in my second season, you were so scared to lose it that you started spiraling. I was never confused, and you know the real story and timeline. You of all people know what aired in season 9 wasn't the full context of our quote-unquote timeline conversation, which is the only reason his child's mother even said anything. You're bitter your ex-NFL player didn't take you seriously, so now you take it out on me. Calling me desperate when you were perfectly fine with me until the camera started rolling. And let's be real, fresh off of Chapter 7 with your dad's handled by Greg isn't exactly giving quote-unquote real housewife. More like fraud brokey saved sugar baby since Greg entered the chat. But go off, girl. This is more attention than you've had the last 3 seasons. Mwah. Little Miss Baltimore scammer. Woo! Jassy clapped back. It's just funny how both women claim to not be pressed, but you guys are posting paragraphs and paragraphs and dissertations about the other person, but you don't care. You're not pressed. You're not wasting no time. Either way it goes, y'all are talking about something that we don't care about. I don't care what Kay did with Greg or his family. And honestly, Jesse, I don't care about you and your man and his baby mama or whatever. Be with who you want to be with, deal with what you want to deal with, and live your life. Like, it gets to a point where people want to put on the facade that everything is all well, that they feel they have to like protect this name. I think that's exactly what's going on with them. It's not giving anything. It's really not deep. So leave it in this season, ladies. So thank you guys if you've made it to the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you enjoyed about my review of Potomac, what you didn't like, what you want to see in the future. I'm new to this. I'm really into gossip, news, all things pop culture, especially our culture, if you know what I mean. So I want to get better at this. I want to continue. Also, share with me if you guys want Karen to come back next season or not, or who you don't want to come back. But happy Monday. Enjoy your week. I hope everyone stays blessed, happy, and drama-free as much as possible. But there's always a sprinkle of room left for a little bit of mess. Take care. See you next video.